so we gonna do an all signs reading. Let's see. I'm gonna start with my Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck. I like showing them off. I mean, they're so cool. Y'all gotta know what decks I'm working with. And the different artists that make these decks, that gives them different meanings and all that. That's all. I feel like the artists deserve a little recognition. So, I collect tarot cards like I used to collect comic books. It's hilarious. Or tarot decks. So let's see. Who are you and what's going on? Tap into that energy. Find the lesson. Okay, I tell the people this all the time. It's all about discovering the purpose in a situation and trust that you are learning. I've been reading a lot of stupid posts online. They're like, sometimes there is no lesson. And it's like, no, there's always a lesson. Sometimes you're not learning the lesson. Okay, let's be real. And I feel like right now you're in this energy of finding the lesson, figuring out why certain things had to happen, why you are being led to a new path, why, whatever. Lead the way, right? Be a leader. Show others how it's done. You can help others, right? And so that it could be the purpose in your lesson, right? Or the purpose and the lesson, the lesson is that, like, if you're meant to lead the way, you have to show people how to go from point A to point B. What better way to know how to go from point A to point B unless you had to do it yourself, right? And so sometimes, like, if you're meant to pull people out of rock bottom, guess what, chicken butt? You got to experience rock bottom. If you're meant to help people who have suffered abuse or trauma, guess what? You have to suffer abuse and trauma, okay? Understand me now. If you're meant to help people who are starving or in poverty, you have to go through starvation and poverty. You have to understand it intrinsically. Otherwise, you can't empathize with it, right? So your purpose is deeply embedded with the painful lessons, okay? And when you figure that out, you can lead the way. You can show others how to do it. Use your time well. Make every moment count. So make sure that you're putting in that work, that you're teaching as well as learning, that you're investing your time well. Time is money. We're taught that. Time is money. When we have to clock on for people, when people are working by the hour, guess what? That means time is money. So invest your time. If you're not investing your time into you as well, then you fucking up, boy or girl. I call everyone boy, so it is what it is. I call myself a boy. That's just how I talk. So the Wonderland Tarot, another excellent tarot deck, because we're going down this rabbit hole. I really like this. This is a light worker's journey. I often tell people, in order to do light working, you must first do the shadow working, right? You have to do your shadow work, and then you get to be a light worker. You have to go through that dark night of the soul. You have to go through all of that, right? Like I said, the way you suffer is deeply rooted in why you're suffering, right? So the way that you are, the way that you suffer you're meant to help people who have also suffered in that same way, right? If you suffered child abuse or, abuse as a child, then you're going to help kids, and that will be part of your purpose, right? And when you're in alignment with your purpose, then that's what saves your soul. That's what puts you in your purpose. You have integrity with all that you do. You've made a decision. Two of Pentacles. Like you've weighed the pros and cons. You've made a decision. Oh shit. This is an interesting reading. Okay. Okay. So based on your decision here, we have Queen of Cups in reverse, right? Or Queen of Hats in reverse. They changed the suits' names, but the suits are essentially the same. I go by the traditional suit name, so it's not confusing. Queen of Cups in reverse. That means your decision was to completely pull your emotions out of a situation. Like, it's like you deliberately fell out of love, I guess is the best way. Like, you've decided to stop investing in a certain energy. You've decided to walk away, wash your hands of it. You're like, okay, done. Yeah, with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like you're just tired of feeling like this guarded energy, right? And following up with the Ace of Wands, this tells me that, like, you want a new start, you want a new beginning, you're tired of the way that things have been, right? Like, here's how I see it. Six of Wands, you see how there's all these wands behind her, and she's focused on this one wand, right? And I see, going back to that decision making, that you eventually, because that's in your recent past, that's why I'm seeing it in reverse. I'm seeing it as like something that's already happened, because Ace of Wands follows it up. New cycle. It's like you weren't even halfway through that karmic cycle and you were just like, no, new beginning, new start, breaking this cycle. I'm making a decision here. And that decision was with the King of Swords in reverse. Somebody who doesn't want to be cut off. Somebody who doesn't want you to go. It's like they may have even made a little last ditch effort, but it was like there's something here, right? With the Moon in reverse, maybe they weren't honest about something. Maybe they wouldn't illuminate something that needed to be illuminated, right? And plus, Queen of Cups with the Moon could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be a Pisces yourself, okay? Like, just throw that where it belongs. The Sun card, Leo energy, especially with all these wands, could be a Leo, or dealing with one. But the Sun tells me that you inevitably decide that you're done sitting at the bottom of this wall, right? You want to be at the abundance and prosperity that's on the other side. And so I see the divine reaching down and pulling your ass up over that fucking wall, right? That's what I'm seeing. The divine is like, you know what? Let me help you get out of this situation. Let me help you start a new cycle or do a new thing. You know, let me help you out to get your abundance and your prosperity. And it's like, I see you taking it up. It's like you probably sat there because this King of Swords in reverse was like, please don't go. Don't do it. You probably sat up. Sorry, I'm like readjusting. These seats are very uncomfortable. Okay. Yeah, this King of Swords in reverse is like, you got tired of waiting on them, right? With the Moon in reverse, like, they just didn't come through for you. You just didn't feel that, and so you were like, fine, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna do something else. It's what I would have done if I were you. I would have gotten all the way out of there. I would have been like, you know what, goodbye. I don't know if tarot readers ever really talk too much about what they would have done in your situation, but I think sometimes it's nice to know, you know, that you've made the decision that, you know, I would have done. If this person ain't coming through for you, if they're lying to you in any way or whatever, like, you don't feel like you can trust this person, then why even bother with them, you know? Okay, I'll get it. Perfecto. The Magician in reverse. This tells me. Did I fuck this up? Okay. Okay. The Magician in reverse tells me you were very open. You know, the Magician typically is very secretive. You know, the Magician hides their hand. The left never knows what the right is doing, you know. It's like there's a lot of deception there. And I see you in this energy of not being deceptive, you know, and with the Moon in reverse, like, I feel that you really picked up on their deceptive energy, and that was what was hard for you in this connection. It was like you couldn't handle that. And so I'm seeing on the other side of this Sun card now is a Nine of Cups, telling me that you get your wish fulfillment, and that's because you made a decision to walk away from things that don't serve you. You know, you decided to walk towards things that started to feel better, that started to, you know, bring your soul back into awakening, you know. It just looks like you went through too much for this energy that didn't come through for you. That's what I'm seeing. And that's where you were like, you know what, no, that ain't working. Goodbye. What? Sorry, this is... Hold on. I've never seen this happen before. I'll tell you in a second. Okay. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? An offer coming in from somebody very wealthy, right? Page of Cups, an offer coming in from somebody who loves you. Page of Swords, somebody being hella jealous, right? The Knight of Swords, somebody rushing in, right? And I'm seeing like 3 different offers here, and I'm seeing that it's causing like people, like with that Page of Swords, it's like somebody here is very envious or very jealous, and I think that it's because they've noticed that other people are taking notice of you, and they're like, I feel that they want you too, and they're just like, you know, it's like there's like a lot of options here is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you have a lot of options, a lot of suitors, potential suitors, and I feel that some of them might get jealous of one another, or, you know, some of them might feel kind of at odds with one another, you know, just like, I wanted to be your only option, yet we got this 9 of Cups. On the other side of that wall was options. Options, and I don't see you being so quick to make decisions on that either, because you're like, hey, I finally have options. I finally, you know, get to be the person, you know, making these kinds of decisions. And it's like, at the Judgment in reverse, I see that you're just not really quick to make any big decision on any of them. Like, you're kind of like allowing yourself to enjoy that energy a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy that energy a little bit. Get your flirt on, you know? Like, I mean, why not? Right? Okay, so what came up for you was the 3 of Pentacles, right? This could be establishing a new roommate or coworker or something. But this is ultimately like a connection that you feel intuitively drawn to with the High Priestess, and you feel very happy in, or like content with. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's like this connection brings about a lot of like good fortune for you. Like, I see, you know, I see you getting, it's like, what I'm seeing are like 2 feminine energies, right? 2 feminine energies. I'm seeing a lot of masculine energies coming in with offers for you, you know? And you're not too decisive on any of them. You're just kind of like basking in that energy a little bit. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like I see a lot of good fortune coming your way. Like, you have good intentions, you have good integrity, or, you know, it doesn't seem like you have malintent at all. It just looks like, and people notice that about you, right? Like, there's a lot of admiration here for who you are as a person, and that's what's, you know, bringing in these blessings for you. Like, dude, I like this. Okay, Eight of Pentacles tells me that you've worked so hard in your life. You've worked so hard in your life that Spirit has noticed, right? With this Ten of Cups, it's like that's your full wish fulfillment. It's just you, just enjoying that, basking in your wish fulfillment, basking in new possibilities. But the Ace of Hats, Ace of Cups, it's like you have so much self-love, right? You're filling your own cup, and that's probably another reason why you don't feel like you need to be super decisive about these suitors or these offers, because you're like, you know what, I love myself so much, I'm going to take my time. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna be so quick to be like tied down, like you're already filling your own cup. You don't feel that need to immediately give it away, And that's, I feel like, how you feel a lot of your relationships in the past have been. Like, you've lost your own cup trying to fill other people's cups. But no mo. Yeah, Five of Pentacles tells me that you've gone through a lot, that you felt kind of left out in the cold in life. Seven of Cups, and wait a second, this ain't you. Because you're showing up with all these options. You're showing up with all this wish fulfillment. Somebody's feeling left out in the cold, right? And I think this is that Page of Swords, honestly, because somebody's feeling left out in the cold here. Somebody feels like they don't have many options. Seven of Cups in reverse. They're feeling like they're limited and kind of like looking at you. And you're over here being the Four of Pentacles, the king with all of it. And it's like, you don't need a spouse by your side. You didn't need all that. You're just over here working so hard to build yourself. And, yeah. And I feel like this person is like, they're like, they don't need me. This Queen of Cups in reverse, they don't need me. They're so busy loving themselves. They've got all that they need, and da-da-da. And, I mean, they're right. You don't need them. I think that even if it hurts some feelings, it's okay to do what's right for you, right? Even if people get jealous at the fact that you have options and at the fact that you do well for yourself because you worked hard for yourself, like, let them be mad, okay? Because you've earned every bit of the blessings that you get, right? And you shouldn't have to surrender your comfort. You just shouldn't. If you're comfortable, if you're happy, there's no obligation to surrender that to make somebody else comfortable or happy. Justice. This is justice. This is fair. Because of all that you've been through. Because of everything. It's fair. I feel that you're finally getting like a breakthrough that you've been looking for. And I forgot to tell you all the signs that I'm seeing on here. I'm seeing Libra energy for sure. But honestly, I mean, it's not so much about that. A lot of what this is about is just you connecting with yourself. I feel like I could be reading for multiple signs. That's what these general readings are all about. Or all the astrologicals, the that doesn't really tie so much into the meanings in this one. I feel like, I feel like you're finally getting justice in life, and you're finally, because you've worked so hard and you've done all the things that you needed to. Haters gonna hate, Haters gonna bait. You gotta just let the naysayers be the naysayers. Be happy and content. When you are happy and content, that's when you know you're in alignment with what you actually love to do, right? What you actually love experiencing, right? And so even if other people don't understand it, they can get over it because you don't live for them. You live for you, and you live for fulfilling yourself over all else, and maybe that sounds a bit selfish, but from what I've witnessed, there's been so much self-sacrifice in your life. What I'm seeing here right now, what I'm witnessing in the cards, I should say, is that there's so much self-sacrifice in your life that you deserve every good thing that happens for you, right? And you shouldn't feel bad about that. And you should not feel like you have to surrender it to make anybody else happy. Mantra Shakti. Do not allow negative thoughts or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to express yourself from your heart. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul. And in time it shall manifest in a transformation that heals your inner world and improves your physical life circumstances too. Blue Tara. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in your destiny that's now unfolding before you. And that's pretty much what I've been saying. Allow yourself, to catch some blessings. Be receptive to that. Don't feel like you need to do things to appease other people if other people are feeling some kind of way, because honestly, they're in control of their own feelings, and all you can do is just be yourself. You can't force people to stop feeling how they're feeling or to start feeling, and whatever. It's sometimes we just gotta work within that, within what we do know and what is within our abilities, our control, which is just choosing a different path, which I see you doing, choosing something that completely brings, justice full circle in your life. And good fortune, those are the two that are sticking out the most to me, is justice, Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess, because you're very intuitively guided in this. So you're really getting the good end of this for once. But anyway, namaste, I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.